Howdy, couch potatoes. Well, this video is to celebrate or inform you lot that I've just passed my 2 months of sobriety. Yay! Well, the first thing I want to say is that we mustn't get too carried away by this, because 1 month, 2 months is something that not almost anyone, but lots of people manage if they're trying to give up alcohol on a full-time basis. But it's good, and you can go on YouTube and Google 2 months sober or 60 days sober, and all sorts of videos pop up. What can I expect from my body? And I brought along a small list here to go into it. Well, most of the things that they said I could expect to happen have happened, but to a greater, or in my case, lesser extent, and at different times. And I think that is partly due to my age, really. First of all, the skin. My skin started to improve after a couple of weeks, and now after 9 weeks, the general kind of all over skin is pretty good. It's nice and smooth and not nearly so wrinkled and whatever. It just presents a much better outlook for the rest of the world to see. There are still a couple of spots on my head here that I think I'm sprouting horns, actually, because for 2-3 years I've had little spots on my forehead on each side that don't heal up. Maybe I am growing some horns, but that has still got to disappear. And Tao Chang, swollen feet, Tao Chang, elephant feet in Thai. Every time I drank more than a little bit, my feet and ankles would swell up pretty grotesquely. You got to be careful with that, because not only is it a sign of advanced liver disease, it's also a sign of advanced cardiovascular disease as well. So swollen feet and ankles and whatever is not to be taken lightly. If you go and watch videos online about alcoholics and whatever, chances are most of them have got these swollen feet and red or purple, which is bad circulation. But after only about a week of not drinking, my feet were not swollen anymore, and now they're really quite slender. The ankles are well defined. The bones in my ankles you can never see them before. So that's a plus. That's a good one. Sleep. Well, the TV shows would have you believe that about a week or 2 weeks in, you should start to experience better sleep. Now, for me, it always took 3 weeks before my sleep pattern started to improve, and this time, I don't know why, maybe, hang on a minute. Oh. Yeah, wait. Oh, where was I? Sorry, my nephew came round to bring some food for me, so I got him to fix one of the lights at the same time. Sleep. Yes, for me it took 5 weeks before I started slipping into a reasonably normal sleep pattern. What's the difference, you ask? Well, when I'm drinking, I'm normally ready for bed by about 9:30 or 10 o'clock, and I go to bed, I lay there, I cannot sleep. When I do drift off to sleep, which may be about midnight or 1 o'clock, I'm not saying I don't dream, but I have hardly any dreams that I can ever remember, and I'm constantly waking up, it seems like, every half an hour or so, and visiting the toilet or whatever. Some of that is down to old age, but and I wake up feeling pretty knackered. What's proper sleep for me is what I'm into now is I don't go to bed till about midnight. I go to bed and I fall asleep pretty quickly, and I have deep and vivid dreams. I'm not saying they're very nice dreams. There's a lot of things happened in my life that don't produce nice dreams, but I have these deep and vivid dreams, which is rapid eye movement sleep, which is what you need. So, I still wake up about 7, sometimes 8 o'clock, and get up and I feel a lot more refreshed. So the sleep is pretty well back to normal. Again, it's only 2 months, we'll see how it evolves. On a related issue, tiredness, weariness is something that people who stop drinking suffer from a lot, and for sure I did. It's supposed to go away within 2 or 3 weeks. For me, it's been 9 weeks now, and I'd say it wasn't until about the 7th week that I stopped falling asleep on the sofa at odd times during the day. Half the evening, while I'm supposed to be watching the TV, I'd actually be asleep. That has subsided now, so I'm dozing off a lot less. I mean, don't forget I'm 74 years old, so I'm allowed the odd doze off on the sofa, whatever's going to happen. And my mind is a lot more stable. I don't have sort of uncontrolled racing thoughts. I'm a lot more even-tempered. I don't lose my temper with people so much, especially if I'm driving or riding a bike. So I'm a bit more friendly. I'd say there's been an improvement there. I mean, I'm not the nicest person in the world. I don't think I ever will be, but there has been an improvement there. Anxiety has pretty well gone away. The two things that drunks and alcoholics always complain of is anxiety and depression, and largely that's why they self-medicate with booze, and that's why I did for all those years. Right now, pray God I'm not tested. I'm sure I'm going to be, but right now I feel much better equipped to face any crises that might crop up in the future in my life, and I'm sure there are going to be some. But before the slightest hint of a crisis, I just have a few beers and then wake up the next day with a hangover, with the crisis still there. But now I can face it head on. Weight loss. Now, I didn't weigh myself when I gave up drinking. I was too scared to. I can make an estimation of what it was, but it'd only be a guess, so I don't know. But last week, a week ago to the day, I weighed myself and I was 173 pounds, which is way too heavy, but not nearly up to the 200 pounds that I was at my real and utter worst. And I weighed myself yesterday, a week after, and I'd lost 3 pounds. So 3 pounds in a week is pretty darn good. So when you first stop drinking, the first couple of weeks, a lot of weight goes, but that is largely fluid retention, the fluid leaving your body. But those days are long past now. So 3 pounds of fat gone in a week is very, very good. Normally, I'd only expect to lose 1 pound a week. So I don't know if that is going to be maintained or not. So I'll weigh myself once a week from now on, and we'll see. My memory is a bit better. It's not that I have a kind of an old person's memory right now. I leave one room on a mission to do something, and when I get into the next room, I've forgotten what I was going to do. Loads of people suffer from that, but it's not quite so bad. Certainly my driving of a car and riding of a motorbike has improved. I never expected that, because, and I'm not talking about now I'm driving sober and I was driving drunk before. That's not what I'm on about at all. Riding the bike, my perception of of widths to get a bike through is much, much better now than it was. And I can maintain a better pace down the road, and my judgment of road situations is much, much better now. So this is all knocking on wood. I could have an accident tomorrow, I'm cognizant of that fact, but that's where we stay right now. One of the biggies, the pains, things that, one of the main issues that drove me to stop drinking in the first place is just living in a world of pain all the time. Not only the severe gout outbreaks, but the background pain of worn out ankles and metatarsals and knees and back and whatever. All the muscle and joint pains have gone now. All I'm left with is some of the back pain I had from that severe sciatica attack. But it's a lot better, and I'm sort of walking, extending the distance I walk. And I'm daring to hope that if I continue improving in strength and resilience, I might one day even be able to walk on the beach again. Wouldn't that be wonderful? Because that was sudden death to me. If I walked on the beach, I'd have a gout outbreak within a couple of days, and I'd be crippled for a long time. I'm not ready to risk it yet, but we'll see. Trips to the bathroom, more meaningful and not so many of them. So that's pretty good. So up to now, there have been no cravings. This is the big difference between this time stopping drinking and the previous times. In the past, whenever I stopped drinking, it was always, I was looking forward to when I could stop the abstinence and go down the pub and do my favourite thing, which is hanging out in a bar and drinking beer. And right now I have no desire to do that at all. Right now I just do not want to drink anymore. Period. Finished. Anymore. Now, that's never happened in the past, and which is why it's made this this 2 months so easy. It's been really easy so far, knock on wood, but it is easy over here because I don't have the temptations of boozing buddies. I don't have the temptation of English pubs. If I was living back in England and trying to do this, it would be a lot more difficult because I love English pubs, and There are a couple of phony ones here and phony Irish pubs, but not the same. So we'll have to wait and see how that stands the test of time. And the other two tests that are going to come up in the reasonably near future and the further future. One is Christmas. I always look forward to Christmas, and I made all sorts of plans about how I was going to drink, and wake up on Christmas morning and have a scotch and soda, and then have some champagne, and then go down the pub, and then do this, do that. I'm not intending to do any of that this year, but we'll have to see. Don't forget, this, in the mind of a drinker, a heavy drinker, everything is very transient. I mean, I could wake up tomorrow and have a terrible urge to go down the pub, and all of this could have been for nothing, but I'm not expecting that, and I hope it's not going to happen. And if it does, I will say, because I'm going to make one of these videos every month. And if I fall off the wagon, I'll come clean immediately. So that's about where we stand. 2 months in, improvements. Taken longer, some of them, than I expected, but by and large, they have happened. So I'll let you know how it goes from here on in. So thanks for sticking with it, and cheers.